Now, our next guest survived a horrific car crash involving a head-on collision at 60 miles an hour, leaving him with a broken back and daily doses of painkillers.
Well, despite this, he's been named as one of the future 100 young entrepreneurs, and he joins us this morning to tell us more. Scott Woodhead, welcome to the programme. It's good to see you this morning. Let's first of all take you back to that horrific car crash which you were involved in, because up to that point you've been a very physical, very sports and exercise-based young man, hadn't you?
Yeah, I enjoyed a bit of exercise. I'd gone up snowding before, so kind of doing things outdoors was something I had a real passion for. So.
And the accident happened where?
It was in Durham. It was in Durham when I was driving back from work. Some guy was on the wrong side of the road and decided it would be a fun idea to drive into me, so that was kind of the end of that. And
we can see the full extent of the accident and what happened to your car. I mean, it is extraordinary that you even came out of that.
Yeah, I was lucky. I was definitely lucky. But it's allowed me to kind of reassess everything and look at things a little bit differently.
Yeah, because it was after the accident that you actually decided to turn your life around and start up the companies that are quite successful, you know, and have led to you being named in the top 100 young entrepreneurs. How hard was it, though, getting into that mindset of positivity, you know, after an accident like that?
Yeah, it was quite difficult. I think kind of at the beginning, I remember when I was in hospital, I was thinking to myself, you know, I can either come out of this and I can, you know, really dwell on what's happened and let it get me down, or on the other side, I can really kind of do something with this energy. So I decided when I left that I was going to actually just look at it a bit more positively and just, you know, focus on focus on something else, and that was kind of the businesses I focused on.
Have you been seen since the accident?
I have, yeah. I have regular visits with a surgeon, so they kind of assessing it at the moment to see if it's degenerative, but at the moment, hopefully, you know, as long as I can cope with the pain, that's the main thing, and, you know, I am doing it at the moment, so.
Now, obviously, you are on painkillers from day to day. Does that hinder your work in the business at all, or not? Does it not have an effect?
Yeah, it does. It does have an effect, but it's kind of how you look at it, isn't it? It's like, you know, you can really let something get you down, or you can just try to ignore it, block it out, focus on something else, and kind of use the energy in another way, and that's exactly what I've done, really.
So how did you see this gap in the market for your company?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of recruitment companies in kind of the Manchester region. There's also a lot around the UK. There's a hell of a lot because there's no regulations, but there's not very many which focus on kind of fitness, health, sports and outdoor. And because I have a passion in those industries, I thought it would be very wise to set up a business within them as well. So kind of having experience in recruitment, having experience dealing with people, I thought that'd be a great place to start.
And obviously, I think that Richard Branson better watch out, because
I'm coming for him.
Exactly, you have started early, and you know, trying to get people on board in a new company as well. Is it a case of just trying and not giving up really to establish something? Is that the advice that you give somebody?
Obviously it's not the best time to start a business with what's happening in the credit crunch, but a lot of the press seems to focus on all the negatives, and there's a lot of great things happening as well. And I think, you know, there's kind of experience which you can actually build within the current climate, so that when the economy does pick up, and let's remember it has picked up after every single downturn, it puts you in a really good stead to actually progress and move forwards with it. And
it's obviously given you some confidence with the first business, because you've gone on to expand that and you've gone into other areas now. Yeah, I've opened up fitgencY Direct now, which looks at the online product arm as well, so that we've moved into that with a lot of quite big manufacturers, so that's the next stage.
Well, we're all glued to the televisions at the moment with programmes like The Apprentice. Do you think programmes like that are a good way of getting into business, you know, or do you kind of think to yourself,
I don't know about The Apprentice. You know, I don't want to kind of get heckled in the press or anything, but, you know, I think the people on it this year have been selected for reasons other than their ability to kind of grow anything and develop products and stuff. I don't know, have you seen it before? Yeah, what would you have done then this week? 'Cause the challenge this week was to come up with a sort of piece of equipment, wasn't it? And they came up with this like variation on a Swiss ball and this awful box with handles and goodness knows what in. What would you have done? I don't think I'd want to work for Swan at all. I don't think I'd even entertain going through the process, I don't think. Is there a gap in the market though, would you say, for a home piece of equipment? Potentially, yeah. I don't think it was I mean, they had the big black box, didn't they?
Yeah, very 70s kind of style.
The other one was quite good, the sit-up machine, that looked quite good. OK, we've got your website up if people would like more information on how they can follow your progress. Congratulations on what you've achieved so far. Thank you very much. And lots of luck for the future. Hope your health keeps up as well. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining us this morning, Scott.